friends, my name is Prem Kumar. Today we are going to discuss instrumentation part 2. So as we discussed in the instrumentation of part 1, in that we discussed radiation source, monochromators, sample handling techniques, etc. So in this class we are going to discuss complete information or complete discussion regarding detectors. Then coming to detectors, here we have 5 types of detectors are there in IR spectroscopy. In that first one thermocouple, the second one bolometer, third one Golo cell, fourth one pyroelectric detector, and fifth one photoconducting detector. So we will discuss one by one. So first one is thermocouple. Just go through the picture. It consists of a pair of junctions formed when two ends of metals such as a bismuth and antimony are fused to either ends of dissimilar metal wires. There I mentioned Bi, and in between two Bi junctions we have one antimony Sb, and these two junctions are connected to the amplifier, which consists in voltmeter. Heating capacity of absorbing element is small as to detect the change in temperature. The potential varies in the two junctions with the difference in temperature. So when you when you apply the current, then we should get the changes in temperature. Okay, so the name itself thermo means temperature. When the potential variance occurs between two junctions, so there we should get the difference in temperature. So one junction is cold junction, which is a reference junction kept at constant temperature, not exposed to IR radiation, where the other junction is hot junction exposed to IR radiations, which increases temperature of junctions. As cold junction remains constant, there is no exposure to IR radiation, whereas the other junction, that is a hot junction, is sensitive to temperature, and also it is exposed to IR radiation. The temperature difference due to falling IR radiation generates the potential difference, which amount to the IR radiation. Hot junction is generally blackened to improve its heating absorbing capacity. The second one is bolometer. So it is a type of resistance thermometer constructed from strips of metal such as platinum or nickel or from semiconductors. Generally, this bolometer works under using Wheatstone-Bridge law. This shows a relatively large change in resistance as a function of temperature. If IR radiations fall, the bridge becomes unbalanced due to change in the resistance occur due to change in the temperature. This causes current to flow, which is measure of intensity of radiation. Okay, totally this also depends upon temperature. If temperature changes, automatically the resistance between flow should be changes. The third one, Gole cell. They are sensitive gas thermometers. So just go through the picture. Xenon gas is contained in a small cylindrical chamber which contains a blackened membrane on the other side. Okay, while the other side has a flexible diaphragm which is silver coated, which should present outside of the cylinder. A beam of light is reflected from the silver surface to cathode at a vacuum of phototube. When IR radiations falls on the blackened membrane, it is heated, which in turn heats xenon gases by resulting in increasing in pressure, which causes distortion of silver diaphragm. So this silver diaphragm should be present outside, okay, so which is flexible. Just go through the picture, just below the cylinder, so we have dotted lines. So that means the expansion of silver diaphragm should be takes place by means of the increasing pressure. As a result, the fraction of reflected light which strikes the active surface of phototube is changed, leading to change in photocurrent. This is related to the falling IR radiation. Then fourth one is pyroelectric detector. So these are constructed from single crystalline water of pyroelectric material, which are dielectric materials which have a special thermal and electrical properties. For example, deuterated triglycine sulfate. Just to go through the picture, so there we have two different electrodes, okay, which are means dotted in black lines. Okay, in between two electrodes we have so pyroelectric material. When an electrical field is applied across any dielectric material, so electrical polarization takes place. The magnitude of polarization is a function of dielectric constant of that material. Okay, mostly the materials which used as a pyroelectric, so that should contains a specific dielectric constant number. If the dielectric material polarization takes place, so that may cause so this pyroelectric crystals is sandwiched between two electrodes which are IR transparent. These pyroelectric crystals act as a temperature dependent capacitor. Then fifth one, photoconducting detectors. Photoconducting detectors, they consist of a thin film of semiconductor material such as lead sulfide, mercury cadmium, tellurides or iridium antimonide, which are deposited on non-conducting glass surfaces and sealed into an evacuated envelope to protect semiconductor from atmosphere. Absorption of radiation by these materials promote non-conducting valence electrons to higher energy conducting state, thus decreasing electrical resistance of semiconductor. If the resistance of semiconductors is going to decrease, that means so there may be a chance to change in their valencies. Thus, so we should get a conversion of electrical impulses, light impulses to into electrical impulses. Then coming to IR absorption spectrophotometers. So here we have three types of spectrophotometers which are used for IR absorption. There are first one single beam IR absorption spectrophotometers, second one double beam IR absorption spectrophotometers, the final third one the Fourier transform spectrophotometers. Okay, so in a single beam IR absorption spectrophotometers, a single beam of light which can pass through one solution at a time, either sample or reference. So just to go through the picture, so here in circular dotted line which are having IR source, from that IR source the light source should be transferred through the sample component. Here we have only, so there are three types of IR spectroscope photometers. In that first one single beam IR spectrophotometer, double beam, and third one Fourier transform spectrophotometers. So coming to first one, single beam IR absorption spectrophotometers. A single beam of light which can pass through the one solution at a time, either reference or sample. Means here we have only one pathway regarding for the IR radiation. Coming to a double beam IR absorption spectrophotometers. So here we have two beams. Okay, it's a single beam of light splits into two separate beams. One passes through the sample and then passes through the reference cell. Here just go through this one. Here we have two sample component. We have two beams. Okay, we have having some mirrors, some other apparatus, means so which used to split the IR radiation. The third one is Fourier transform spectrophotometers. In this, all frequencies are examined simultaneously in Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy. Whereas in first is two, single beam, double beam, so we cannot examine simultaneously all frequencies. But in this, there is a possibility to examine simultaneously of all frequencies. So this is for today class. Next class, we are going to discuss applications and interpretation of IR spectroscopy. Thank you.